According to U.S. sources, the Biden administration has updated the ban issued last year. This update not only strengthens the U.S. export controls on artificial intelligence chips to China, but also explicitly prohibits U.S. companies such as Nvidia from exporting advanced AI computing chips to China. The new regulations will take effect within 30 days after they are released, which means that China's chip war has entered the final stage. So, what impact will this U.S. sanctions have? Welcome to World Hotspot, where you will be able to learn about projects, cooperation around the world, and important information about China. I hope you can subscribe to me. Let us discover more interesting things around the world together. This time, the United States has increased chip sanctions against China, mainly involving three aspects. First, fill the loopholes in previous chip restrictions, which mainly targeted Huawei's Kirin 9000S chip. According to U.S. media reports, two senior Republican congressmen, McCall and Gallagher, jointly put pressure on the Biden administration to update sanctions on Chinese chips to fill technological loopholes. They believe that under the heavy blockade measures adopted by the United States, Chinese companies should not be able to break through the technological blockade and manufacture and produce advanced 7nm process chips. However, the release of Huawei's new smartphone actually shows the failure of the U.S. technology blockade against China and the loopholes in sanctions. Based on the disassembly of Huawei mobile phones, they speculated that Huawei actually uses advanced chips produced by China's SMSC. Therefore, they urged the United States to renew the ban and take immediate action to restrict Huawei and SMC to curb China's technological and scientific progress. Therefore, this measure actually limits China's chip industry R&D capabilities. Although China has achieved domestic substitution and breakthroughs in some areas and achieved a leading position, there are still huge difficulties and gaps for China to catch up with the advanced level of American chips due to professional knowledge and technical barriers in European and American countries. It is foreseeable that the United States' increased blockade of China's chip technology will hinder the further development of China's semiconductor industry in the short term. However, in the long run, the pressure of the blockade on China's reliance on foreign technology substitution will actually promote domestic independent research and development, making China more comprehensively self-reliant. In the second aspect, direct restrictions on the export of high-end chips have become an important issue, especially when it comes to various high-end graphics cards sold by Nvidia. According to Nvidia's public statement, the U.S. export control list imposes an embargo on products that meet the following conditions, including the highest performance chips and the second highest performance AI chips in the United States. Specific restricted models include A100, A800, H100, H800, and L40S. These products mainly meet the needs of professional manufacturers such as servers, data centers, artificial intelligence, and large models. However, what is unpleasant is that the Card King RTX 4090 among consumer-grade graphics cards is also limited, which disappoints players who were once keen on gaming, because China may not be able to purchase this most powerful graphics card. And if we say that it includes various high computing power AI chips, it only blocks China's cloud computing and computing centers. So the ban on sales of RTX 4090 has begun to affect the experience of individual Chinese consumers. This also marks the stage when the U.S. chip sanctions against China have escalated into politicization, instrumentalization, and weaponization. Chinese companies and individual consumers are no longer able to purchase the world's most advanced chips through normal channels. In an era when computing power is equal to resources, this is actually an attack and retaliation by the United States against China. Its purpose is the same as Saphan and the three-body problem, an attempt to limit the upper limit of China's technological development. The Americans really don't seem to be giving up on the threat to us. The third aspect is to continue to expand the scope of the entity list and include more Chinese companies in the export control list of technologies and products, aiming to combat China's technological development in a targeted manner. According to the U.S. Department of Commerce, starting from October 17, 2023, 2 Chinese advanced computing chip companies and their subsidiaries have been added to the entity list, including China's domestic GPU Thread and other subsidiaries. The businesses involved have responded, mostly expressing strong protests and assessing the impact. The American Semiconductor Association also stated that the Commerce Department's unilateral export controls will cause damage to U.S. semiconductor production and will not promote national security, because it will cause Chinese companies to transfer customers to other countries, thus harming U.S. interests. In any case, these three sanctions will undoubtedly have a significant impact on the research and development, production, and use of China's semiconductor industry. This video ends here. What do you think? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area below, and I will discuss it with you.